Okay, good morning ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the English Institute of Sport here in Sheffield. We're going to get the boxing underway in about 10 minutes. In this first session we've got top bouts to bring to you our semi-final action. So it is the World Boxing Cup Finals Sheffield 2024. So before we start, just please ask you to refrain from any flash photography. That would be fantastic. And then a little bit later we're going to have a break and you're going to have a bit of time to interact on the big screen. We've got a QR code with a fan cam on there, and we're going to have a quiz, and we should have a good time today. So another 10 minutes and we'll be away with the boxing. My name's Craig and I will see you shortly. for the first edition of the World Boxing Cup Finals. It's semi-finals day. The event is brought to you by our partners GB Boxing, England Boxing, World Boxing, UK Sport, National Lottery, Sheffield City Council and Sting. Your competing countries are Brazil, China, Chinese Taipei, England, Finland, Germany, Italy, Japan, Mongolia, the Netherlands, Pakistan, Panama, Singapore, South Korea, Switzerland, Thailand and Wales. So ladies and gentlemen, the officials are ready, the boxers are ready. It's time to make some noise, it's time to start boxing. So without further ado, introducing your red corner to the ring, representing Thailand, give it up for Lalita CHAINARONG.
Well, here we are, ready to get the action underway. Another day of world-class Olympic-style boxing here at the English Institute of Sport in Sheffield, as we get cracking with the women's 50-kilo category.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing to the ring your blue corner, representing China, give it up for Guanxia.
So Thailand and China will compete in the first of today's action, day 3, session 5, the semi-final stages.
At the ringside, Judge 1,
so all the boxers today
Germany,
looking to give themselves the opportunity to compete for the gold medals in the finals tomorrow.
Representing World Boxing, Judge 4 representing World Boxing, and Judge 5 representing the USA. Your referee, representing World Boxing, Mr. Lee Innes, MBE.
So the women's 50-kilo category to kick us off. Lalita CHAINARONG of Thailand in red. XIONG of China in blue. 20-year-old from Thailand beat Kelsey Oakley of England in the opening bout of the week. It's a good win for her on away soil. Stern word from the referee in the opening stages of this one. The Chinese team really well represented here. Boxer in blue fighting out of the southpaw stance. It's a good pace from both boxers at the early stages of this one. Stacey Copeland here to take you through proceedings today. Chris Latcham, of course, has been with you for the round of 16 and quarter-finals the last 2 days. And we will have Olympic medalist Luiz Richardson joining us in about an hour's time, so we can look forward to his analysis. But this is a really ferocious pace from both fighters, as we would expect. Good win yesterday for the Chinese fighter against Finland's Kaivo Oja. She was in with a really rangy, tall fighter, so she had to find a way past her long levers. And interestingly, lost the first round on all 5 judges' scorecards, so really had her work cut out, but got the win by showing real perseverance, and that will surely give her confidence going into this one. She's been on the front foot from that opening bell. Boxer from Thailand in red finding herself backed up against the ropes on multiple occasions here due to that consistent pressure from the woman from China. Beat Panama's Juliette Hinestroza yesterday, the woman from Thailand. Got a bye in the round of 16, so we've done her the world of good to get a bout under her belt, as these two again at close quarters, letting the hands go. Represents the Thai Royal Navy, does CHAINARONG. 3 3-minute rounds, of course, and this one has been fought at frenetic pace. It's a good opening round to kick off proceedings today here at the English Institute of Sport in Sheffield. World-class Olympic-style boxing action. It's semi-finals day of the World Boxing Cup finals. Let's see, the judges all have it in favour of the woman from China. So the reverse position that she found herself in yesterday when she was down on all 5 scorecards after the first round, today she's reversed the outcome and a very, very good start. And that's put the Thai boxer in the position where the upcoming second round is a must-win for her. Great to see world-class Olympic-style boxing here in Sheffield for the World Boxing Cup finals. This competition, 13 weight classes, 6 for women, 7 for men. Almost 100 boxers from 20 national federations competing, so that completes a full year of international competitions under World Boxing. Really important step this for these boxers in pursuit of their dreams as they pursue their journeys towards the LA 2028 Olympic Games and indeed the World Championships next year, which will be held in Liverpool. It's a huge ask now for the boxer in red from Thailand, having been down on all 5 judges' scorecard in the opening round. And there's just relentless pressure from the Chinese boxer in blue. Just continuing to come forward on that front foot. And forces a standing 8 count. It's a really good performance from XIONG from China. Just a little nod to her corner in acknowledgement of what they're asking her to do next. She's executed her instructions perfectly in the opening round and has continued in the same vein in this second round, and the Thai boxer really struggling with the sheer pressure and the ferocity in the shots coming from the woman in China. She backs her up against the ropes yet again. She's got that sturdy base from which to launch those shots, and they're coming from all angles, body and head, as she goes to work again, and those fast hands, continuous onslaughts and attacks, difficult to deal with for CHAINARONG. Doing her best to use every inch of the ring to try and step back and counter, but yet again XIONG forcing the 8 count, and the referee will be having a good look at the Thai boxer now. And he's decided that he's seen enough, so a really good win for XIONG. A stoppage in the second round after 2 standing 8 counts sees her progress into the final in the women's 50 kilo category. Well, what an explosive start to today's proceedings. 3 boxers from England competing today in the semi-finals. Will be attempting to secure their place in tomorrow's finals and compete in those gold medal bouts. But a really good start for China, a strong team that they've brought with them to these Boxing Cup finals. And a stoppage for XIONG in round 3 as you can see there on your screen. Really good work from the woman in blue.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, band number 46, your referee stopped the contest in round number 2, giving you your winner, boxing out of the blue corner, representing China, Guanxia Jaeyong.
So all smiles from Guanxia, of course, as she progresses to the finals tomorrow, representing China. And later, we'll see Xinli Chen in the men's 57 kilo category, also representing China. A really good start to the day for the Chinese team. We've got a team of 6 here, 5 men. And of course, Jeong, who's repaid the faith that the coaches have shown in her by making her way to the final. So we'll see her back in action tomorrow, where she'll face one of the 2 boxers who are about to step into the ring now in the other women's 50 kilo semi-final category, representing Chinese Taipei and Japan.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to band number 47. This is a women's 50 kilo semi-final, and introducing your boxers. Firstly, making their way to the red corner, representing Chinese Taipei. Please give it up for Yu-Shan Liu.
Big cheers from teammates. The boxer in red, Yu-Shan Liu, represented Chinese Taipei. He brought a team of 4, 2 men and 2 women. And Liu will be looking to take the opportunity to reach the finals tomorrow, where she'll face Jeong of China, who you've just seen in explosive action.
And ladies and gentlemen, making her way to the blue corner, representing Japan, please give it up for Hikaru SHINOHARA.
Well, of course, the opponent in her way, Japan's SHINOHARA, be wanting to book her place to face Jeong in the final tomorrow. 21-year-old. This her European debut here at the World Boxing Finals. Beat Mongolia's Lalita Khan yesterday. So a good win for her. She'll be looking to keep that momentum going forward against the boxer from Chinese Taipei.
At ringside, Judge 1 representing Australia, Judge 2 representing World Boxing, Judge 3 representing World Boxing, Judge 4 representing the Netherlands, and Judge 5 representing Italy. Your referee representing World Boxing, Mr. Akbar Mohammed.
Here we go then, the other semi-final in the women's 50 kilo category will be contested by the boxer in red, Yu-Shan Liu from Chinese Taipei. She's in with Japan's Hikaru SHINOHARA in blue. Fast start from these fighters. You tend to get that, of course, with the lighter weights. Rapid, explosive action. Same as we saw in the previous bout. Just gonna have to be mindful, Blue, Chinese Tai-Pai boxer in red, not to go chasing too much. He's got to apply that intelligent pressure in order to cut the ring off. It can be a elusive character, Shinohara, as you've just seen there. The lovely use of those long levers. Those two-phase attacks, first and third, as she sticks out that jab, a little lay back and then comes back in. Great hand speed as well, and lovely accuracy. It's good work from Shinohara. Nice shot to the body in reply from Lu, though, as she's loading up with her shots, trying to find a home for that southpaw backhand. Switches stance momentarily. He gets to work, and it's good work rate from Lu. He's willing to trade when she's given the opportunity, but ships a big backhand there from Shinohara, and another really well timed backhands from Shinohara, and they were the eye-catching shots in those exchanges. Lovely use of that sharp snapping jab from Shinohara, Japanese boxer in blue. Can't afford to give her too much time to set up those attacks, to get her out of that rhythm, and Lu has managed to do that on occasion. As again, lands a couple of shots of her own, but then finds herself just trying to chase and hitting thin air. Nice use of the uppercut and lead hook from Lu. It's constantly switching stance, which can be advantageous because it can be a little bit confusing to your opponent, but it can also find yourself off balance at times. So let's see if Lu can use that to her advantage, as she's again switching constantly almost from the southpaw to orthodox and back again. Really good opening round from both boxers. The Japanese boxer in blue just bangs her gloves together, and perhaps an indication that she's pleased with her performance in that opening round. Let's see how the judges have got it though. 4-1, all in favour of Shinohara. So as I was saying, banging her gloves together in a victorious manner, which is every right to do so. The judges have seen it her way as well, at least 4 of them have anyway. Former Asian youth champion, so brings really good pedigree, does Shinohara. But Lu as well, just aged 20, but was a semi-finalist in the under-22s championships in Kazakhstan this year. She beat Mattia Lagan from Singapore yesterday. So these two, decent experience between them. Should make for a really intriguing contest, as both will look to make the adjustments that the corners have asked of them after that opening round. Another telling backhand from Shinohara landing though, rocking back the head of Lu in that last exchange. Both look a little bit more relaxed in this round now, as just trying to find the range and get the measure of one another. Good work to the body from Lu in red. Fires off those shots at a rapid pace when she puts those combinations together, particularly at close range. But will it be enough, given the accurate, sharp shooting of Shinohara, as we've seen an example again of that at long range, just picking her off, and a lovely, well-timed backhand again from Shinohara, the Japanese boxer in blue. Lovely work on the outside, displaying some of her shots down to the body as well though, showing that she's got that in a locker as well. Good work from SHINOHARA in these last couple of... Oh, and again, that's lovely, accurate backhand. It's like a ramrod, perfectly straight. She really turns into those shots, gets the full swivel of her hips when she unloads with that backhand, and that's why the referees decided to issue a standing 8 count for the boxer in red from Chinese Taipei, Yu-Shan, and she's up against it here because SHINOHARA, as she's started to find a range, has really started to load up with those shots, and referee again feeling it necessary to issue a standing count. Lets the action resume though. Into the final minute of this second round, and this has been a tough one for the boxer from Chinese Taipei. Choosing to have that low guard at times, and it's inviting SHINOHARA forward with those long levers, stabbing out that jab and following up with that solid backhand. Defensively vulnerable, the boxer from Chinese Taipei, but sticking with that style and just trying to counter when she can. Beaten to the punch, because she's been really accurate and sharp, the boxer from Japan, in these opening 2 rounds. And we're going to see a clean sweep from the judges in this second round. It was 4-1 in the first, but those 2 standing counts really doing the damage in the second round. Well, there we go. 10-8 rounds from 4 of the judges and 10-9 from the judge from Australia. So, as expected, a clean sweep for SHINOHARA, and very much in the driving seat here. Tough going into the final round for the boxer from Chinese Taipei when she's had those standing counts and well down on the scorecards. So perhaps in her corner they'll just be looking for her to make those couple of adjustments, little improvements.
Third and last round.
Worthwhile experience for her at this level, of course, and coaches will be looking for her to take as much from it as possible. But she is really in there with a very confident and fluid SHINOHARA, and her timing and accuracy has been excellent throughout this contest. Again, just driving through with that backhand. Won't be denied as she comes marauding forward, sets it up beautifully with that stabbing jab. And such eye-catching shots. Rocks the head back of Lu on many occasions. As she comes forward again with a flurry of straight shots, and back on her feet now, Lu from Chinese Taipei, as she fires back a few shots of her own. Again, lovely decision making from SHINOHARA of whether to lead off with that jab, and sometimes choosing instead to lead off with the backhand, and often to great success, such as the accuracy of that shot. And again, that low guard from Lu. Just trying to rely on her reflexes to counter, but she's not been efficient enough in that regard. SHINOHARA been in control of this one every round. Really, really good performance from the fighter in blue from Japan. Again, Shinohara just waiting patiently, waiting for the opening and then seizing the moment and catching Lu. Hugely important learning experience this for Yu-Shan Lu. There's a great deal that she'll take from this contest when she looks back at it, looks at the adjustments that she needs to make. Clearly a skilled boxer as she winces as she takes a big shot to the body from the lead hand of Shinohara there. But really outperformed in almost every aspect that you can judge a fighter in that one. And well, what a final we have on our hands tomorrow in the women's 50 kilo category then, because Japan's Shinohara will have her hand raised at the end of this one and she'll step through the ropes tomorrow against Guanxia of China, who forced a stoppage in the third round of her semi-final. So both pack a punch, they have that tenacity and power, and the two will meet tomorrow. And what an explosive contest that promises to be.
After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials and ringside score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. And boxing out of the blue corner, representing Japan, Hikaru Shinohara.
A really good win for Shinohara, and as I say, we can relish the thought of Shinohara and Jeong of Japan and China respectively in what promises to be a really action-packed final tomorrow in the women's 50 kilo category. Well, we have the women's 60 kilo category up next, contested between the Netherlands and Korea. The first of your two women's 60 kilo semi-finals to be contested in this morning's session. But a really strong team, Korea, 12 boxers, 7 men and 5 women in their team.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number
Netherlands have just brought
it's a women's 60 kilos
2 female boxers with them. One of them we're about to see in this women's 60 kilo semi-final.
To the red corner, representing the Netherlands, give it up for Maud van der Toorn.
So just 2 boxers representing the Netherlands at these World Boxing Cup finals. 2 female boxers, one of whom is here about to step in the ropes wearing the red jersey, Maud van der Toorn. Just acknowledging the referee and the officials, makes her way back to her corner to get a final word from her coaches.
To the blue corner, representing Korea, give it up for Yeonji KOR.
Well, confident stride as the fighter from Korea in blue, Yeonji KOR, makes her way to the ring, having beaten Pakistan's Laura Dija Akram in the quarter-finals. Brings a great deal of experience. 4-time Asian lightweight champion, 2-time bronze medalist at the World Championships.
Ladies and gentlemen, your officials at ringside. Judge 1 representing Great Britain. Judge 2 representing World Boxing. Judge 3 representing Australia. Judge 4 representing Chinese Taipei. Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing the USA, Latasha Washington.
Just making sure in O's corner that head guard is on nice and snug, so it won't cause her any problems during the contest. Maud van der Toorn just up and down on her toes in the opposite corner. And you certainly don't need to do anything to keep warm in here. It's there's really some temperature in here, I have to say. Be a really good test, this will, for Maud van der Toorn in red, representing the Netherlands.
Round one.
Yeonji Oh from Korea in blue. And as I say, it's a really impressive resume, the Korean. And you suspect that the referee may well have to instruct these two to break, because it does look like they're susceptible to getting in a tangle, although keeping it at range for now. Just trying to find those clean shots. Korean just tagged there in the backhand of van der Toorn. Another tangle there within the first minute of this opening round. Just got to find a way to avoid that, keep it at range or work your way out of it up close. Van der Toorn in red just having the slight height and reach advantage. See how effectively she can use that. Really getting messy now, this one, as they both tumble to the floor after that tangle. Korean fighter just from that lower stance is looking to use the overhand right. Can be a really effective shot against a taller fighter if you can time it accurately, and that's what she's looking to do. Fell short slightly there. Important for van der Toorn to really establish those long straight levers of hers though and keep the Korean at bay. And again, really messy at times, these two, and as they're coming together and they become entangled. Korean in blue just looking to feint. Jittery, twitchy fighter, just trying to trigger van der Toorn so that she can counter. Both of them struggling to find any real clear openings so far. Real scrappy opening round, that one. Let's see how the judges have seen it. And there we go, 4-1 in favour of Yeonji Oh of Korea. So a really good start, and the judges preferring her work to that of van der Toorn. And van der Toorn really needs to stamp some authority on this one, using that height and reach advantage in the second round. But as you can see, these replays on your screen here, those are a good few shots actually from van der Toorn, but in a little sequence prior to that you could see that effective counter punching from the Korean boxer in blue. So 4-1 up after the opening round, so work to do for van der Toorn.
Round two.
She almost sprints out to centre ring, and you would imagine has been given instructions that she really needs to put it on the Korean, and she's doing just that. It's just stamping that front foot to try and feint and trigger the Korean, but smart back foot boxing from the woman in blue. Tricky, evasive, difficult, really difficult to pin down. Lots and lots of movement. That low guard, flicking the jab up from that low position. And Van der Toorn just struggling to match that hand speed and that fleet-footed movement of the Korean. Using all of her experience here, Yeonji Oh in blue of Korea. Those 4 lightweight titles at the Asian Games, and of course 2 bronze medals at the World Championships. Tells you everything you need to know about the level of Yeonji Oh. Really relaxed style. Low guard and just that constant movement, making it really difficult for Van der Toorn to set herself and get any purchase on her shots. And then she quickly nips in, counters, and then she's gone. Check hook there as well with the lead hand from the Korean. Really dominant in this second round, and that's what experienced champions do, of course. Weigh it all up in the first round and then make the necessary adjustments to nullify their opponents in the second round, and that's just what we're seeing here from Yeonji Oh. Almost a speculative wild backhand swing there from Oh, but connected around the side of the head guard of Van der Toorn. Van der Toorn really committed to this task as she continues to come forward and do her utmost to try and pin Yeonji Oh, but to no great avail, such as the superior movement of the Korean in blue. Really good work from her in this second round, and she's managed to keep it at range because they haven't been tangled and scrappy as they were in the first round. Well, a tough encounter for Van der Toorn. He's in with a really experienced and highly skilled operator in Yeonji Oh, as we see there. Clean sweep across the board from all 5 judges in favour of Yeonji Oh of Korea. So an almighty task now for Van der Toorn. Way behind on the scorecards. She's really applied herself well and given a good account of herself in this one, in these first 2 rounds, and I'm sure she's going to want to do the exact same in the final round.
Sends out.
She continued to come forward and look for those openings.
Third and last round.
They've just been few and far between. And the Korean barely giving her a sniff at an opportunity to land. Van der Toorn, even if she lands that first shot, she's not able to follow up because the Korean just moves so quickly. As soon as she lands, she's gone. She's so fast on her feet. Sometimes can be better to work to the body of a boxer like Yeonji Oh. It's much easier to move the head, so sometimes loading up on those body shots and just falling short. Van der Toorn with that jab, as you can see there, really needs to bring her feet in before letting that jab go, because she falls short and then always able to capitalise on that and counter. Really fluid, relaxed style, Yeonji Oh, and she's enjoying herself in there now. Just able to box off the back foot. Nice work down to the body. Been a really good effort here from Van der Toorn, who's given everything that she can with the level of experience she has, as she does catch her with a decent backhand there. And again, encouraging signs for the boxer in red from the Netherlands. Final minute of the last round approaching. I'm sure that Van der Toorn's corner will be happy with the adjustment she's made between rounds and what she's tried to do in there, but it just has been really, really difficult given the experience and the style of Yeonji Oh, which is just so difficult to pin down. She's just got that quicker footwork, quicker hand speed, just a step ahead in every way. Nice backhand to the body from Oh, as again just continues to be evasive and slippery, evading those long levers coming forward from the boxer in red from the Netherlands. And a really good contest that for Yeonji Oh. Good performance, drawing on her experience. A difficult day's work for Van der Toorn, but really applied herself well and continued to give everything throughout those 3 rounds. We'd expect the Korean now, of course, by unanimous decision, to progress through to tomorrow's finals, as we await the official announcement from our MC today, Craig Denholm.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 48. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We are officials at ringside. Score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. And boxing out of the blue corner, representing Korea, Yeonji Oh.
So into the final then for Korea's Yeonji Oh, and she'll find out exactly who she'll be facing in the finals tomorrow, as the upcoming contest is the other women's 60 kilo semi-final contested between Japan and Brazil.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 49, which is a women's 60 kilo semi-final. Making their way to the red corner, representing Japan. Please give it up for Ayaka Taguchi.
So the Japanese team have already secured a place in tomorrow's finals, thanks to Hikaru Shinohara's quality performance earlier in the women's 50 kilo category. And Taguchi will be looking to do just the same in the women's 60 kilo category as she faces Brazil in this semi-final.
Making their way to the blue corner, representing Brazil, Please give it up for Rebeca de Lima Santos.
One of 5 Brazilian boxers in action this morning. Brought a really strong team, 11 boxers, 5 men and 6 women. And a real character, de Lima Santos, as you can see, soaking up all the atmosphere here as she makes
Judge 1 representing
her way to the ring.
Boxing. Judge 2 representing Germany. Judge 3 representing the USA. Judge 4 representing World Boxing. And Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing the Netherlands, Konstantinos Papadopoulos.
So Japan's Taguchi in red and Brazil's de Lima Santos in blue.
Round 1.
And whoever prevails here will be facing Yeonji KOR of Korea, who you've just seen in action in tomorrow's final. So Taguchi in red, out of that southpaw stance. She does have height and reach advantage, but tends to crouch in the crouch position rather than being upright. Sharp start from the boxer in red from Japan. Came through a grudge match in her quarter-final. She faced KOR from Mongolia, who'd previously beaten her in the gold medal bout at the World Boxing Finals in Mongolia earlier this year. She got revenge in that one and surely will have given her a great deal of confidence coming into this semi-final. Fast hands on display when she lets them go. She's always busy, even when she's not throwing, just making those constant tiny movements. Nice work. De Lima Santos just struggling to find a way through and close this gap here. Got to find a way through those long levers. She's just trying to judge that constant movement, slight as they may be. Difficult to set yourself against Taguchi. Completely different builds, these two. Brazilian, solid, stocky build. You can see her power when she unleashes those hooks on the inside, but Taguchi not to be deterred. She continues, you feel, to control the pace of this one. Just working her way in, edging in behind that front foot, and then letting her hands go when she gets the opportunity to do so. Good work this from Taguchi. Flurry of shots there, but the backhand that initiated that attack was the most eye-catching shot from Taguchi. You just feel that de Lima Santos here needs to find a way to close this gap and not allow Taguchi all that time and space to work at range. We can see the threat that the Brazilian poses once she's able to get up close and let her hands go there on the inside, and that was good work from the Brazilian, but not frequent enough. She's going to have to do an awful lot more of that, you would think. However, we're about to see how the judges have seen that one. Well, there we go, all to play for. Interesting, really interesting that. 3 judges have given it in favour of the Brazilian, 2 in favour of Taguchi. Really interesting, that one, and perhaps that is down to the very, very different styles. Taguchi at range, constantly moving, twitchy fighter, fast hands, but the Brazilian
Seconds out.
sets her feet, loads up.
Round 2.
Strong, robust fighter, so let's see. Fast start from Taguchi once again. Santos just tying her up. Needs to land those shots clean, Taguchi, in order to impress those judges and show that all that movement has an outcome. It's a lot of shots at times, but perhaps from 5 shots, just 1 that's clean, so she needs to improve the accuracy. Just tag DeLima Santos in a way that really catches the eye of the judges. Lovely defensive work from DeLima Santos, and just trying to get that backhand off on the back foot. Don't gel well, these 2 styles at close range. Taguchi just in that low crouch position, just stalking, looking for the openings. Halfway through this second round, and really difficult to separate these 2, as was reflected in the judges' scorecard. 3-2 in that opening round. Very, very different styles. That was nice from Taguchi, just tagging Santos on the way out after that exchange, and this is what she needs to do more of. Clean raids, in and out, but clean and precise with those shots. Santos, at the other hand, it's advantageous to her, of course, to be at close range where she can let those thunderous hooks go. Really intriguing, this one, because they are such different styles. Who can impose their style better? Lovely work on the inside from De Santos there, coming over the top with a backhand, which just caught the top of the head guard of Taguchi. And another really intriguing second round, and perhaps you might be finding it difficult to separate them, or there's one who you think is a clear favourite. Judges found it difficult to separate them in the first round. Let's see how they see the second. Really interesting. So the judges split as well, and that just goes to show I'm struggling to separate the 2 of them here at ringside. You may well be watching from wherever you are as well, and the judges finding it difficult in the same way. We've got a 3-2 the other way in favour of Taguchi of Japan in this second round, so it will all come down to this third round. They've both had a 3-2, and the coaches doing their very best to be really clear and precise about what they want from their boxer, because it will be crucial
Seconds out.
that they get those instructions right and that the boxers execute them to the letter.
And last round.
Because this is so very close and tight on the scorecards, it will come down to who can get it right in this third and final round. Taguchi of Japan in red, DeLima Santos of Brazil in blue. Concentration really crucial here, because the slightest mistake and you ship a big shot in rounds this close. Those single shots could be the difference. You're trying to convince the judge to give you the nod. Lots of movement again from Taguchi. Can she make it count? Good work with that overhand left from dos Santos. That's been it. Those overhand shots have been effective for her in this contest. Finding a way through again. Good work from dos Santos. Just finding those little gaps. Two minutes remaining. And for certain, this is what it's going to come down to. Who can impose their style and tactics most effectively? Both having success in these exchanges. Really nip and tuck this one. Taguchi finding a way with those little cutting hooks on the inside there. Taguchi looked good at range there when she just tagged dos Santos as she stepped back, boxing off the back foot, but again, good work from dos Santos up close. She's always there, just waiting for that little opening. Good work from both boxers as they both know it's all on the line here, and they're giving everything as we enter the final minute of this third round. Either one of them can find just a couple of really clean, eye-catching shots in this final minute, it may well sway the contest in their favour. dos Santos loading up, goes back in for more, ends up in a clinch. Taguchi trying to work on the outside. In a tangle here when really you want to be trying to find those shots. A bit of a scrappy final minute there, but none the wiser as to which way this will go. I don't know how you've got it, but the judges found it really difficult to separate these two in the opening 2 rounds. So it most certainly will have come down to that third round. Whoever progresses here will face Yeonji Oh of Korea, who we saw take a unanimous decision. Very different contest in the other semi-final. Let's see who will face her in tomorrow's finals.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 49. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside. Score a split decision in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the blue corner, representing Brazil, it's Rebeca the LIMA Santos.
Well, exciting stuff there, of course, when it's been a contest that was so close and you've genuinely no idea which way it's going to go, and for the boxers themselves, that adrenaline and your heart pumping out of your chest as you're waiting and hoping for your hand to be raised, and that certainly was the case for a delighted Rebeca de Lima Santos of Brazil, who progresses through to tomorrow's finals where she'll face Korea's Yeonji Oh. And that concludes the semi-finals for the women's 60 kilogram category. Next up, women's 66 kilo category, where we have a home fighter, Kayla Allen, representing England, fighting on home soil. She'll face another Korean fighter in Sukyoung KANG. So looking forward to this one as we enter into the women's 66 kilo category.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 50. This is a woman's 66 kilo semi-final. And introducing your boxers, firstly, boxing out of the red corner, representing England. Give it up for Kayla Allen. And ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the blue corner, representing Korea. Please give it up for Sukyoung KANG. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials at ringside. Judge 1, World of Boxing. Judge 2, representing Italy. Judge 3, representing World Boxing. Judge 4, representing USA. Judge 5, representing Japan. Your referee, representing Australia, Gemma Dale.
So loud cheers then from the Korean support here to Sukyoung KANG in blue, up against the boxer operating on home soil here, Kayla Allen, of course representing England. KANG beat Germany's Luiz Tutal in the quarter-final. She's a big hitter. She forced a standing 8 count in that contest. It was a pretty frantic pace. She was awarded 10-8 rounds from the judges and won by stoppage. So as you can see here, she really does load up and pack a punch, and that's something that Kayla Allen will be aware of. The coaches will have talked through how to combat that, how to prepare for it, as she wades in with a couple of big shots of her own, Kayla Allen, including that backhand. Is good solid shots from both boxers here at close quarters. Really good stuff. And Kayla Allen by no means intimidated by the power of KANG. She's firing back with big shots of her own. Explosive contest this one in the 66 kilo category. Big jump from 60 kilos that we've just seen, of course. A lot more power as Allen finding a way through with that lead hand. Good work rate from Allen on the inside. She's continued to throw her shots. Just getting through with the right hand to the body there. Explosive stuff when these two come together. Oh, really good lead hand there from Allen. Knocking the head round of KANG, and this is really, really good work from the England boxer in red. Pushing her opponent back, far from intimidated. She's really starting to impose herself now and stamp some authority in this one, and KANG respecting the power of Allen. both invested a great deal into this opening round, and Kang just loading up, swinging towards Allen, but plenty coming back in reply. She just uses that lead shoulder just to shove her off, but the referee not too pleased with that. Allen back on her toes. Lots of movement from the England boxer in red. Really, really good opening round from both boxers. You just feel that Allen imposed herself there in that one and got the better of it, on my view at least. You may have it differently, but all that really matters is how the judges have seen it. And they've seen it the same way. 4-1. Really, really impressive opening round from Allen, because coming into this one, in there with Kang, who got the stoppage yesterday. He's got a reputation as a big hitter. She did come forward with some of those big shots in the opening few seconds, but Allen didn't panic, set herself, fired back, and then started to dominate. Really, really good opening round from Kayla Allen. 4-1, the judges have it in her favour, so she set herself up really nicely in this semi-final. She bounces straight over, up on her toes, ready to go into battle. Really good one to watch this. I hope you're enjoying this one on the World Boxing YouTube channel, because these two came prepared for a scrap and they've delivered. Neither of them really taking a step back, happy to go toe-to-toe when the opportunity arises. Finding themselves in a bit of a tangle though. But other than that, it's been action-packed, great to watch. Allen won't want it to get too messy because it makes it difficult for the judges to see those clean shots, so just perhaps needs to take a little step back at times to make space for her work. Not going to be drawn into too much of a scrappy affair. It's better when there's just that little bit of space for those shots to land, as we've just seen there. Backhand from Allen. Not a huge shot, but it certainly tagged the Korean fighter in blue. Good work again from Allen. That's what she needs, those telling, clear shots to make the way through. Good reply from Kang though. There we go, a telling lead shot that forces the standing 8 count from Allen. And that's exactly what she needed to put some daylight between these two. Really, really good shot that rocked the head back of Kang. And that'll incentivise Allen now as she marauds forward once again. Under a minute to go now. Second round scheduled for 3 threes. Women's 66 kilo semi-final. England against Korea. Allen was 4-1 up at the end of the first round, and she's continued to apply that pressure. But lovely clear shots again landing from Allen. Another standing 8 count now for Kang. And given Kang's big hitting performance yesterday, perhaps would not have predicted this, but what a performance from Allen, as again finding the gaps and really picking those shots now. And lovely, lovely work from Allen, forcing a second round stoppage as she screams out in delight, and rightly so. Pumped with adrenaline, and what a performance from Kayla Allen in red from England to progress through to the finals. Really, really dominant performance against Kang, who, as I say, caused a stoppage herself yesterday, but came up against the dynamite hands of Kayla Allen. Not only that power, but the way that she chose her shots had that composure in what was some frenetic work up close at times. Really, really impressive performance from Kayla Allen. And we'll find out who she'll face. Could be an all-England final potentially, because with England-Brazil in the next semi-final. But let's get the official announcement now from our MC, Craig Denno.
Gentlemen, bout number 50. Your referee stopped the contest in round number 2, giving you your winner. Boxing out of the red corner, representing England, it's Kayla Allen.
Oh, what a feeling for Kayla Allen on home soil to get a stoppage against the Korean fighter Sukyoung Kang and book her place in the finals tomorrow. Great performance, and she'll take so much confidence from that into tomorrow's final, where she'll face either Oliveira of Brazil or Dione BURMAN of England. So we've just seen the first women's 66 kilo semi-final. Kayla Allen has progressed. Could we have an all-England final?
66 kilo semi-final.
Brazil and England coming up next.
Making her way to the ring, to the red corner, representing Brazil. Give it up for Beatriz Oliveira SOARES.
Quarter-finalist at the World Championships last year, beat Krista Kovalainen from Finland in the quarter-finals here in a real toe-to-toe battle. Beatriz Oliveira SOARES from Brazil, looking to make it through to tomorrow's finals.
And ladies and gentlemen, making her way to the blue corner, representing England, give it up for Dione
BURMAN beat the only Swiss boxer at the tournament yesterday, Anna Jenny, in the quarter-final, who did have far more experience than BURMAN, but eye-catching shots, that tall, rangy stance she has, gave the Swiss boxer a standing count and grew in confidence throughout the contest. So the 6-time national champion will look to get into the finals and add another gold to that World Boxing Tournament gold medal she won right here in Sheffield in January. She's a hot prospect for GB. She'll be looking ahead to next year's World Championships in Liverpool.
Judge 1 representing Australia. Judge 2 representing World Boxing. Judge 3 representing the Netherlands. Judge 4 representing World Boxing. Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing Chinese Taipei, Zhenqi Chen.
So Kayla Allen of England progressed with a third-round stoppage in the previous women's 66 kilo contest. So who will she face? Brazil or a fellow England boxer, Dione BURMAN? Tall, rangy fighter, and she really grew in confidence yesterday in that contest against the Swiss boxer. She's got those fast hands, timing's good, tall, rangy southpaw, often proved difficult to compete against, but the Brazilian applied herself well so far in these opening stages. She's going to have to quicken her feet if she's going to close that gap. And I'm delighted to say that I'm joined now by Lewis Richardson, who was with me in January, and I know you've had the last couple of days with Chris Latcham, and you've been brilliant as always, Lewis. But the last time that I was sat here with you, we were talking about the possibility of you going to the Olympics, and here you are with a beaming smile, picture on the wall upstairs, no less. Goodness knows how many rounds of saying hello to everybody all over the country, including, of course, Colchester. What a lovely exchange there, as BURMAN just finds herself in the corner, but boxing well up in the counter punch position. But yes, suffice to say, Lewis Richardson is here, and I couldn't be happier. We'll get to that in just a moment, of course. But what do you make of these opening stages here? Because we've just seen a blistering performance from Kayla Allen to book her place in the final. And the way that this is going, it looks like we could have an All-England final tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you for the lovely introduction, Stacey. Great to see you again. And yeah, a lot's changed in the last 9-10 months since we last see each other. Yeah, just walked into what seems to be a great bout. I just caught the back end of Kayla's bout, which she looked absolutely brilliant, very strong. Dion's obviously a different operator, a bit similar to myself, tall southpaw, but started well. She landed with some nice backhands as you was giving me the introduction. Just getting dragged into the fight a little bit at the moment, but yeah, so far so good.
Lovely work from BURMAN. She is flashy at times, isn't she? Those little shoulder rolls and fleet-footed movement. None of that matters, of course, if you don't make it count, but she does, because she matches that with really accurate, precise, sharp shooting. But the Brazilian is doing her best to impose herself here, and she's finding her way through at times, but overall you feel that BURMAN has control of this one.
Yeah, she's had Dion's got a lovely style where she's, tall and ranging. She uses her feet well. She has good range, throws lovely backhand, which are the eye-catching shots. Brazilian, I must say, is coming on top a little bit in the last minute or so, but whether that's enough to get a share of the round, we'll see shortly. Great exchange to finish the round here.
Yeah, lovely stuff, and the crowd enjoying it, banging her gloves together, the Brazilian, in recognition of enjoying that little bit of a toe-to-toe exchange at the end. But before we talk about that, because I haven't seen you since, I have to say, it was immense to watch you do what you did at the Olympics, and they were all different. One I ended up listening to in the car, which was bizarre on 5 Live, just because I was in between places, and I was like, I had to pull over because, oh goodness me, it was too intense. But the others, fortunately, I was at BBC and was able to hand to Ronald McIntosh to obviously call your contest on the iPlayer, and then sat in a room with just everybody at the BBC who were just screaming and shouting, supporting you. It was amazing, it really was. So
thank you. Yeah, it was such a wonderful experience. And these are the tournaments which got me there. These sort of tournaments, international commerce boxing against other countries. This is what gets you to the pinnacle of sport, the Olympic Games. See the scorecards there. So Dion's 4-1 up going into the second, which I would say is a fair reflection of the round.
Absolutely.
So hopefully more the same in the second round.
You always want the home fighters to do well, of course, but when they are an excellent role model like you are, you feel that much better in supporting and telling everybody it's actually really, really nice guy as well. So
thank you. The support, it's been quite overwhelming at stages.
Much deserved.
Yeah, since I come back from the game, so it's a massive honour.
Like you say, these are so important, and I know that Dion BURMAN and of course Kayla Allen, who you've just seen, there'll be a 4-year development phase for them now before LA 2028, and one of the key parts of that is going to be the World Championships in Liverpool next year, and they're going to be very much building towards that with that in mind. And I know that there's high expectations on BURMAN, and rightly so, because as you can see here, a really highly skilled operator and her boxing IQ is really good, isn't it? Like how she can read their opponent in front of her.
Yeah, really good. She's only young still, so she throws a nice variation of shots, landing very, very frequently. As the experience comes, she'll want to try and get away from the ropes a little bit more. She don't want to find her back to the ropes. It's okay being on the back foot, but you just want to navigate around the outer circle. And it just prevents, opponents like the Brazilian who are aggressive to come and sort of really impose themselves. lovely uppercut backhand there.
Well, the crowd in fine voice here and showing their appreciation for this, and they're completely absorbed in it, and it is a really interesting contest as the Brazilian just trying to bob and weave beneath those long levers of Burman to try and find a way through, but ref will just have a word to keep her head up. Plenty of instruction coming from Burman's corner. Gary Hale, I can hear there, issuing the instructions.
Great coach. Oh, lovely shots there from Dione. Beautiful shots. Really
nice, tiny adjustment of the feet there, wasn't there, Luiz? Just to step back to create the space for those shots, and that's what she does well. It can be really difficult to combat that when someone uses the feet.
Definitely.
So cleverly, as we saw there again, just that little lateral movement that created that split second of opportunity for her to get that backhand hook off, and again, it's been an effective shot for that one, right on the top of the head guard of the Brazilian.
And that's where she don't want to find herself in the corner there, because just it limits where you can go. You can't really move left or right or backwards, so just, you know, gets caught with a backhand where she doesn't need to get caught with. But, you know, you set another strong round from Dione, more of the same from the first round.
Well, let's see how the judges have it. It was 4-1 in the opening round, and I suspect more of the same, because Burman again, he felt was dominant in all areas of that one. The Brazilian really applying herself, but when she was coming forward, 4-1. So just one judge preferring the work of the Brazilian boxer in red. Just seen some of the action again, and she's really committed to coming forward, the Brazilian, but sometimes just falling short, and that's when, as you can see in that particular clip there, Burman able to adjust her feet and make space.
Just really nice backhands landed, you know, southpaw backhands. That's a shot against an orthodox fighter, and Dione does it really, really well. So, you know, she's 2-0 up on 4 cards, so she just wants to navigate her way around the ring here safely and sound to get through to the final tomorrow.
Really tenacious response from the Brazilian here, as she's trying to get right up on the chest of Burman and impose herself. She's got to maintain that concentration now, Burman. Not give any silly shots away. Back on her toes now. Lovely work with those straight shots from Burman. Keep it simple, the call from the crowd just behind us. That's what they're shouting to Dione Burman.
The females are very athletic at this weight, you know, 60 and 66 kilograms, tend to be very athletic, and you can tell they possess that power and speed, so it's always exciting fights at these weights.
A little bit scrappy there.
Yeah, a little bit messy, but Dione won't mind that too much because it's wasting seconds, so stops her from getting caught with any eye catches.
Halfway point in this third and final round. Lovely work from Burman there with that backhand and then the lead hook as well. And as you say, she won't mind this, Luiz, because she's got her shots off clean prior to this clinch, so provided that you've done that, not going to trouble you too much.
Exactly that.
Good shot there though from the Brazilian, so much so that the referee sees fit to issue a standing count against Burman. Guess they're just trying to protect the boxer, but
yeah,
didn't seem to trouble her.
Unfortunate, I think there, but oh, that was a good shot there. She got caught. She just needs to just disengage here. Doesn't need to get caught with anything silly.
Really got to switch on defensively here, take care of those defensive responsibilities as the Brazilian. A few antics here, bit of showmanship, just trying to goad Burman. Just needs to stay focused and concentrate. Said at the start of this round she doesn't want to ship too many silly shots, doesn't need to give anything away. Six-time national champion, won the boxing tournament here in January, did BURMAN. She'll be looking to repeat that in the finals tomorrow. You've got to expect that she's going to progress, and a difficult third round for her there, but you know, the Brazilian really sort of stepped it up a gear there, didn't she, and up the intensity.
Yeah, it could be a little bit messy on the scorecards, obviously with a potential 10-8 round if the judges deem the standing count was, you know, acceptable for that. But also we did see there may have been a point taken off in the second, which said on the scorecard, but I didn't actually see that.
Yeah, we were just discussing that, weren't we? That we didn't see that being. I mean, usually it's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll see. I'd like to. Yeah, you'd like to think that Dion's done enough there though to make it through to tomorrow's final.
Well, we shall see. Let's get the official announcement for MC Craig Denholm.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 51. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a split decision in favour of your winner. And boxing out of the blue corner, representing England, it's Dione BURMAN.
So, by split decision, Dione BURMAN makes her way through to the final, where awaiting her will be another England boxer, Kayla Allen, who had a really impressive third round stoppage victory. So we are set for an All England, exciting 66 kilo. Oh, the scores are up there, which the coaches are having a good look at with Dione BURMAN ringside there. And as you said, could end up messy, and it did.
Now we're going to have 10 minutes.
Yeah, very messy there. But the main thing is, you know, she got decisions, so she'll be through to tomorrow's final, as you say, an All England final, which promises to be exciting.
Well, we'll certainly look forward to that, and we've got plenty more action on the way for this morning's session. 6 more contests. We've got the men's 57, 63.5 kilo and 80 kilo categories on the way. We're going to take a short 10-minute break before the action resumes.
not going to go through them all because all the events. So join the quiz. Page. You can want to stand up your point on you do the quiz. Fantastic, well done. So we've got Ben in there as well. I'll just put myself in there. Guys, let's get the QR code in the quiz. Well, the Jeff, come on, Jeff. And the team's in there. So we've got a lot of players. Let's present Tom Breakfast is finger first. That's what we're going for. What's his name? So it's one of the video there. You standing there? Fantastic. Well done. We're up to 7 players. SBA, Jaeyong, Ali. Road takes us to 9. So we've got 4 to 4, 6 to 7, and 1 to 9. Never say that it is 7. Well done. Fantastic delivery, well done. Question 2. Where is the inaugural World Boxing Championship being held in 2025? Is it Riyadh, London, Liverpool, or Paris? We've got one, so we've got Liverpool. We've got Riyadh, London. So yeah, it is Liverpool, so London to everyone. We've got Liverpool. I'm just going to let this report to the back. So question 3, which country won the most medals in yesterday's competition? And good there, boxing yesterday, I'm not feeling. But it's that one, and it's Thailand, England, Mongolia. Anyone has a guess? I think it's one. Just one whole room we've got Japan. And Japan had an absolute fantastic competition. There's your top 3. So everything Yu-Shan has areas. Then there are 30,000 points. And Jeff, who's Jeff? That's not very fun. Fantastic, how is it? Okay, so that was the quiz. Thank you very much for putting it on a little bit later today. There were a couple of other options on the app. If you want to go to fan cam or share, let's do the fan cam, shall we? So if you do the fan cam, you can then get on the big screen. So, President, we want to see you on the screen because you've got first place. That is going to go away. So, we've got the front camera. I think the front camera's about to go live. There is an AI generator as well. If you want to do an AI generator picture of yourself in the box, you can do that. So, click the AI generator when you want to. 6 rounds of this session to follow. And then we're going to have this little restart at 5 o'clock where we're on the 11th round. We've got some big guys coming in this afternoon. We've got the 80 kgs. We've made these boxes this afternoon. We've got Brazil, China, and Japan to run around this afternoon. Again, this is the next session. Who knows how? We've got the 92 plus tonight as well, so that's going to be, we've got big guys coming out. We've got the women's 54 from 5 o'clock, the women's 57 semi-finals, and the men's 51, 71, 92 and 92 plus. So it's going to be an absolutely fantastic evening of world boxing. So you can upload the photos to the AI generator. There's me involved in it. I'm a bit like my mum.
1 minute.
That is exactly what my mum looks like. It's here.
1 minute.
So please upload your pictures and we can have a look at those a little bit later. We're going to be back at the action in less than a minute. So we're just waiting for the officials to enter inside and then we will call the boxing in. So thank you.
Of course, I have to know.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 52, today's 57 kilo semi-final, and introducing your boxers, making their way to the red corner, representing Japan. Give it up for Shudai Harada! And ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the blue corner, representing Korea, give it up for Jaeyong Shin. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials at ringside. Judge 1 representing World Boxing. Judge 2 representing World Boxing. Judge 3 representing Great Britain. Judge 4 representing Australia. And Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing Germany, Erich Drecker. Round 1.
So men's 57 kilo semi-final then, first one, and all going in favour of Harada, the Japanese boxer. Clean sweep on all 5 judges' scorecards. Harada avenged a defeat in the quarter-final to his Mongolian opponent, who'd beaten him previously in September at the World Boxing Tournament, so that ought to give him great confidence going forward. Certainly testament to the improvements he's made since their last encounter. Really was an explosive contest, and they also had to come back from losing the first round, so stood him in good stead.
Seconds out
for this one. Here's the Jaeyong Shin of Korea.
Round 2.
Korean in blue, Japanese boxer in red. Clean sweep opening round, and really do end up in some interesting tangles, these two, when there's a coming together. Ref having a word here. Fast feet of Harada proving difficult for Shin to get any measure, and really messy, scrappy affair at times, this one. Trying to stay on the outside, Harada, and just come in with those flurries and raids, and working on the inside now as Shin just tying him up again. There's looping shots from the Korean, just falling short as he switches to the southpaw stance, and again ended up in a tangle. Really scrappy, this one at times. Both boxers on the toes, just looking to tag one another. In and out style. Twitchy, jerky style on the outside, just trying to trigger one another. Referee got his work cut out here to try and keep things clean and tidy here. Harada just trying to stab that jab to the body, coming over the top with the backhand, but again, just getting tied up by Shin. A really scrappy affair, this second round. Shin just trying to load up on that screw shot there, right into the midriff of Harada, but didn't trouble him as he fired back, and again the two in a tangle, and it really has been scrappy, this one. Harada of Japan in red and Shin of Korea in blue. This the first of the men's 57 kilo semi-finals. Brazil and China will contest the other semi-final. And same result from the judges, all 5 going in favour of Harada. We're seeing here in the replays just real scrappy affair at times.
Seconds out. Third.
Referee will want to ensure that there's less of that and more boxing action in this third and final round, because it really has been a bit ugly at times to watch this one. It's better on this occasion as they separate themselves, but otherwise it can be pretty scrappy. Just comes pouring forward at times. The Korean fighter Jaeyong Shin, and sometimes not really turning his knuckle down with that backhand either. Just literally pulls it forward as he comes forward, and Harada, lovely work there with that double jab with a little lay back in between. Two styles really not gelling. Not the best to watch this one, but Harada won't be too concerned with that. His job is to make sure he secures his place in the final tomorrow, and he's doing that. Just a little trip there, tangle of the feet as Harada falls to the canvas. Back underway. Really some superb displays from the Japanese team at this tournament. Brought a strong team of 9, 5 men, 4 women. Had some good results. Hikaru, SHINOHARA through to the finals tomorrow in the women's 50 kilo category. Taguchi didn't progress, but suffice to say, real fan favourites. Crowd-pleasing styles that we've seen, and seen a little bit of that for Harada now as he's able to get that little bit of space in order to work, but again tied up by Shin. Harada, you can see that he's consciously trying not to get entangled and operate from the outside. Smart work from him, because of course, aside from it not being the best spectacle, he also won't want to risk getting any cuts or knocks ahead of the final tomorrow, which is surely secured his place. Clean sweeps from all 5 judges in the 2 rounds prior. Just seeing this one out now, staying on his back foot, not taking any risks, which is the right thing to do from the fighter from Japan, Harada in red. Good performance from him. Shin did his utmost to make it difficult, made for a very scrappy affair at times, but main thing is, from Harada's point of view, is that he'll progress to tomorrow's final, where he'll face Brazil or China, who are up next in the men's 57 kilo semi-finals.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 52. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards, where your officials at ringside score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner Boxing out of the red corner, representing Japan, Shudai Harada.
Well, Harada avenged his defeat to his Mongolian opponent who beat him in September in the quarterfinals and now goes one better, beating Shin of Korea to book his place in the final, where he'll face Brazil or China up next.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 53. It's a men's 57 kilos semi-final, and introducing your boxers. Firstly, making their way to the red corner, representing Brazil. Give it up for Luiz Oliveira. And ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the blue corner, representing China, it's Yu-Shan.
So we've just seen Japan's Harada book his place in tomorrow's final for the men's 57 kilo category. Now we get to see who he will face.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Luiz
officials
Oliveira of Brazil,
Judge 1
Chen of China.
World Boxing. Judge 2 representing the USA. Judge 3 representing World Boxing. Judge 4 representing World Boxing. And Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing Italy, Carlo Franchi. Round 1.
Luiz Oliveira of Brazil in red and Chen of China in blue. Beat Mongolia yesterday to progress. Former South American Games gold medalist is the Brazilian. Great family pedigree, Lewis, as we were hearing from Chris Latcham yesterday. His granddad indeed won a bronze medal at the Mexico Olympics, so real good DNA that's been passed down, and
yeah, and
lovely performance from him yesterday. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, he's a really good fighter, the Brazilian. Seen him around the circuit for the last few years, you know, go to similar competitions, and always a pleasure to watch. There's a great sort of flow state when he gets going, and really hard to beat. You know, I only ever seen him get beat by the top boys. I believe he got beat in the Paris Olympics by the American, who was another top fighter. So yeah, he's a really, really good fighter, the Brazilian.
Switch stance now as well. Orthodox to southpaw, emulating his opponent in blue, the man from China.
That being said, the Chinese is standing up to him, standing up well. Got good shape.
This is a real welcome clash of styles, given that the previous semi-final was very, very scrappy indeed. Really not that pleasurable to watch at all. Not necessarily the fault of either fighter, just didn't gel, but these two are making for really intriguing contest, and really being fought at close quarters, this, Luis, which usually means that they're pretty highly skilled if they're able to do that and do it, you know, with good technical ability as well.
Without it getting into, you know, a scrappy fight. You can see they're both, you know, using their upper body well to get in and out of range with shots. So yeah, it's a very high level bout, this one.
Good backhand there from Oliveira. And if it is indeed close in the minds of the judges, the eye-catching shots can make the difference and sway it in a boxer's favour. Also gives you real confidence, doesn't it? If you can land a clean, crisp shot on your opponent, it incentivises you, doesn't it? Yeah,
massively. And they both actually landed, as you said there, Stacey, they both landed on each other, which sometimes ain't the best. You'd rather land and not get hit. But, you know, it's positive that they both landed and also both making them miss. Got a good nice base, the Chinese. I'd say the Brazilians just doing, you know, outworking them a little bit at the moment. Got a little bit, flowing a little bit more, but it's a competitive round still.
I think there's more volume, isn't there, coming from the Brazilian, although good reply there from Chen. Real variety, the Brazilian, doesn't he? I mean, he throws shots from so many different angles, and first and third quite often, which can be difficult because he's so sharp and got those rapid hands. But we'll see how the judges have it. All in favour of the Brazilian across the board, so really good first round for him.
Yeah, good start, and he'll look to build off of that. He's in a great position going into the second round, and, you know, super experienced, so, you know, likely will only get better from here.
And that's the thing, isn't it, that, you know, the experienced boxers, those are the adjustments they're able to make. They can sort of download the data, if you like, in the first round and then make adjustments which they go up a level almost, don't they? And that boxing IQ really kicks in, and they're able to just figure out their opponent. Even in that 1 minute in between, it can be a big difference.
Yeah, definitely going through the gears, and just really effective with doing so, and especially when you've got a 1-0 lead, you know, five score card. You look at that, great start already from the Brazilian, really nice backhand.
The angles that he picks those shots from, superb. He's able to sort of get off a lead hand while he's leaning to his right and vice versa. He's really agile, isn't he? Very tricky to predict where those shots are coming from. He is lovely to watch, Luis, as well, and I think you hit the nail on the head there with it's the fluidity, isn't it, and the flow. It's such a natural expression of his ability, isn't it, and his boxing personality.
Yeah, you can see he's got a bit of, you know, very high skill level, but confidence about him as well, but not in an arrogant way, just, you know, utilising it really well to win the rounds and win fights.
Well, like we just saw there, that tiny pause that he took to do that at such close range takes a lot of composure and confidence. Big shot to the body there, right in the belt line of Chen. Both really real quality in terms of finding the little gaps that, and they're only a split second gap that they have to spot that and fire those shots off, but both able to do it quite frequently at close range, which is really impressive and testament to their technical ability.
Really good judgment of distance. You know, the Chinese is there, he's competitive, he's doing really well, and I'm sure he's a top fighter as well. But just, you know, a slightly different level from the Brazilian. Even when he is in that corner, look, he's still landing beautiful shots.
Superb work there, back off the ropes from the Brazilian, wasn't it? I mean, just waiting with that low guard, and they are real split-second moments, these, that as soon as Chen makes any slight movement, the Brazilian is able to react in rapid fashion and catch him, and some lovely looping hooks there doing the damage from the corner. Less than a minute remaining in this one now. Both just trying to get that front foot position. It's often the case with southpaw and orthodox, of course. Trying to get the foot round on the outside, just edging in, both of them there. Again, switches stance, the Brazilian. And fighters that are natural switch hitters and it works for them, it can be really difficult to set yourself against. For some fighters it doesn't work well and it actually confuses themselves more, but when it works it can be really, really effective.
Yeah, you know, those boxers who do the fluidity that the Brazilian does, that is effective for them. You know, sometimes it's a case of, they, as you say, you know, they actually mess themselves up and they end up, their offense is usually just as good, but defensively they're not as sound, so they're always quite vulnerable to getting caught, but the Brazilian does it in great fashion.
Well, it was a clean sweep in the first round and it's the same in the second, and understandably so, because practically flawless performance so far from the Brazilian. Really, really enjoyable to watch. It's interesting how different boxers have such different personalities in the ring. Some of them, it is that matter of hit and don't get hit, you know, the purist, the sweet science, that's what they enjoy, and others absolutely love that toe-to-toe scrap, and if they do take a big shot they actually enjoy it so long as they reply with more. It's just different expressions of personalities, I guess. It's,
yeah, and that's the
fascinating.
Beauty. Yeah, that's the beauty of boxing. You know, so many different styles, and it's really interesting because different styles make fights. So yeah, it's great to watch. Obviously, we're probably a little bit biased, Stacey, because we love the sport like that. But also, it's interesting a lot of the time where boxers outside the ring are, you know, very friendly people, not aggressive. You know, not. Of course, you need a little bit of ego in the ring, but you know, they're not egotistical outside of the ring. Because you know they're comfortable in their own shoes. You leave everything in the ring, and you know when you walk outside the ring or the gym, you know you're a humble person.
Absolutely, some fantastic characters in the sport of boxing. Some colourful ones as well, which makes it all the more interesting.
Of course,
some of them I don't know what other sport they'd actually be able to exist in, but that's another thing to love about the sport of boxing. And more dominance here from the Brazilian in red, who, as you can see, is dominating ring position, the timing, the intensity. Just that little hop across to cut the ring off for Chen. Really, really good. And he has grown in confidence in this and become more dominant throughout, the Brazilian, hasn't he, Oliveira?
Yeah, definitely. And just gone, you know, probably picked up a gear each round, but in cruise control, and we'll be, you know, we'll be looking to see this round out now and get himself through to the final tomorrow.
One of those boxers who'll have an impressive highlight reel, isn't he? Because as we just saw there, the little layback and then the uppercut, it does look flashy, doesn't it?
Yeah, very impressive.
And sometimes you do get that where it's not really for any purpose, or it doesn't come to fruition, it's just something that people do. For him, it is part of his arsenal, isn't it? And he uses it so effectively, and it's just lovely to watch.
Definitely, you know, defensively and offensively, really effective. Oh, lovely, beautiful.
Timing of that shot. Backhand uppercut from the Brazilian. Beautifully placed. You can tell he really enjoys his craft. He relishes this, doesn't he? This he's got a good challenge here in Chen, but he's enjoyed figuring out the puzzle. He's got better at doing that with each round as we approach the final 30 seconds of this third round. And Chen, credit to him, because he's not stopped coming forward, has he? And you know, sometimes he's been really up against it, but he's not stopped firing back at any point. He's not tried to spoil him or tie him up.
No. He's been competitive throughout.
He really has. Been a good, honest effort from Chen, but Oliveira just superior in every department as he just looks to close the show in style. Really, really good performance from the former South American Games gold medalist, and he'll have the opportunity to add more silverware to his collection tomorrow. And he progresses to the final. And he'll face Harada of Japan, who we saw in a real scrappy affair, but we know that he can really fight. He's a really skilled operator, so sure we're in for a real treat with that one tomorrow. But let's get the official announcement for this one from our MC, Craig Denholm.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, band number 53. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards, where your winner by unanimous decision is boxing out of the red corner. Representing Brazil, it's Luiz Oliveira.
Great performance from the Brazilian Oliveira to progress to the final. What a final that will be in the men's 57 kilo category. Harada of Japan and Oliveira of Brazil. Moving on now to the men's 63.5 kilo category. Japan and Thailand up next.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 54, which is a men's 63.5 kilo semi-final. Introducing your boxers, and first making their way to the red corner, representing Japan. Give it up for Shion Nishiyama.
Japanese team been really impressive this week. 9 boxers they've sent, 5 men, 4 women. 2 in the finals already following their performances this morning. Nishiyama will be looking to be in the finals also alongside his teammates.
Representing Thailand. Give it up for Sagda Rolantam.
But the man in blue from Thailand, Sakdara Anthem, had a really exciting and explosive contest yesterday against Korea's Downham Jang. Really intense exchanges and really had to deal with the fast hands of the Korean. Had to use all his boxing IQ to figure out a way to win, but he did. Find himself here in today's semi-final.
Judge 2 representing World Boxing. Judge 3 representing Australia. Judge 4 representing Germany. And Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee, representing Great Britain, Mr. Stuart Mann.
Been really impressive, the Japanese team this week. Nishiyama has been one of the stars of the week so far. Really impressive win in his round of 16 contest against Yimu. Forced 3 standing counts in that one. He beat Germany's Asan Hansen in yesterday's quarter-final, so having won gold in Mongolia at the World Boxing Tournament in September. He'll want to have the chance to do that again tomorrow here at the finals in Sheffield. But Rantham in his way. Rantham of Thailand in blue, Nishiyama of Japan in red.
Got nice feet, the Japanese, you know, just drifting in and out of range, just, you know, very small movements in and out. It can be hard for the Thailand boxer to really get his shots off.
He has that wide stance, doesn't he, as well?
Yeah.
Really solid base with which to get plenty of purchase on his shots.
Just springboard in and out of range, you know, and let the shots, you know, throw the shots and get out. Look at that, you know, it's really hard, going to be hard for him to get hit clean. He keeps that same pattern.
Looks so comfortable as well, doesn't he, at the range, and nice relaxed shoulders, just ready to, as you say, pounce out of that wide, solid stance. Just crouching down, the Thai boxer, just to try and maybe come over the top with a looping backhand, but that opportunity denied. Such is the quick footwork and quick thinking of Nishiyama.
Not too much scoring at the moment, but they're both, you know, what they are both doing is doing effective work to the body. It's hard to catch with the eye catches, you know, to see the eye catcher with a body shot. Thailand fighter trying to, you know, box on the inside there. Not a lot happening on the inside at the moment.
Good lead hand hook from Nishiyama, just landing there. Had a bit of success of his own, Rantham, as well. As you say, really difficult to separate the two, because I do feel that Nishiyama has the edge, though. He's controlling the centre of the ring, isn't he, and dictating the distance. Like a coiled spring, isn't he, just ready to pounce at any second. And Rantham doing his best to find the openings. How did you have that one?
Just some style, you know, what I like to see, probably the red corner, but it was close.
Yeah, I felt like he had the edge just on that ringmanship and the way he seemed to command the ring, but...
What do we know, Steve?
So 4-1 in favour of Rantham. Well, that may have come as a surprise to Nishiyama in the corner, and they're going to have to change their tactics perhaps, because, you know, perhaps, and I think you said it earlier, that sometimes if you're on the back foot, you've got to be making sure that the shots are eye-catching, and you sort of... Let me see, here he is. He did dominate the centre of the ring, so perhaps it can't be down to that. Maybe it's volume of punches, maybe, from
Well, that's
Rantham.
what I was going to say. You know, probably going to the second round, if he has got to change something, just be a little bit busier. He's got good feet, putting it out of range, just up the tempo a little bit.
Yeah, perhaps that's what it is, because he certainly seemed to dominate that central ring position, and he seemed more composed. He was picking his shots, but I see already here he has upped the work rate, Luiz, and I think that may well have been the difference, is the volume coming from Rantham in that first round. He's going to have to match that work rate. Can't just rely on that nice style of his. Nishiyama, lovely as it is to watch, he's got to get the work done, and that's another shot to the body there landed. Rantham replies. Just both out of range for those exchanges. Such furious and fast exchanges, aren't they, when they come close? It's really difficult to...
Hard to see what's landing or what's just missing.
Of course, the judges' eyes will be trained on both of them. They are really close at ringside. There are 5 of them, so all be seeing different angles, very different to our commentary position here, just a few feet away from ringside, but still really difficult to see who's landing cleanly.
Another really close round. you understand why you see a lot of split decisions when the rounds are close like this. Remember back in the Olympics there were a lot of split decisions, but you can understand why, because it's a high level of competition and it's going to be competitive. It's hard to dominate when the level's so high.
Good body shot a moment ago from Nishiyama.
Yeah.
There's another, and they are, they're not as eye-catching perhaps as the ones that rock back the head, but they are clean.
They are landing, yeah, they're definitely landing.
This is what's interesting here, because he does look the dominant fighter, Nishiyama. He's composed, he's relaxed, it does look like he's controlling everything from the centre, but of course it went the other way in the first. But perhaps him just upping that work rate somewhat, just a couple of percentages in this second round, maybe it'll swing in his favour. Either way, these fighters have got less than a minute to stamp their authority on this second round, and if it's still in doubt for the judges, still time to land those telling clean shots. Perhaps sometimes Nishiyama could put a sustained attack together rather than those ones and twos. Go again and really put it on him. Yeah,
just to give make it clear for the judges, take it out of their hands where they feel forced to go for him. But I would say he's done enough in this round. I would say he's won the round, but we did also say that last round.
Yeah, I thought perhaps Rantham, the fact that they did give it him, 4 of the judges in the first round, could have been down to volume and work rate. Did feel that Nishiyama matched that this time, so let's see if that's made a difference.
Still lost it, but
it's really interesting. It's closer.
Well,
at 3-2, but
fortunately for the scorecards,
really interesting.
He's quite heavily behind, but he's still got a fighting chance because there's 3 judges that are obviously 19 all. Two of the scorecards are pretty much done, 2-0 to Thailand, but there's 3 that are even, so yeah, it's
really interesting this, isn't it, the way that the judges are seeing it.
And I mean, that's just the subjectivity of the sport. It's difficult because, as you say, they are seeing different angles to us, and they're seeing different angles to each and every other judge, so yeah, it is difficult.
Third and last round.
Let's see what happens in this third and final round then, as good early signs for Nishiyama. Oh, a really good backhand from him. This is what he needs. Got to do that frequently. This is good work from Nishiyama in the opening stages of this third round. Not a great deal coming back from Rantham in reply so far.
Another good body shot.
Got to keep up this work rate. He's got to keep being accurate and effective with those eye-catching shots, Nishiyama, if he's going to nick this one. Been really dominant in the opening stages of this third round, Nishiyama, the man in red from Japan.
Controlling the centre nicely, or just falling in there, both of them. There's head clashes that are tough, in tournament boxing where you've got to go and go again. That's why it's so important not to get any cuts and stay out of trouble. And predominantly cuts do come from, the head clashes in amateur boxing. Fortunately, we haven't seen too many of those this week, so let's hope that continues.
Absolutely. Certainly don't want to see an athlete miss out on the opportunity to medal or box for the gold medal due to a cut. So let's hope these two and all the other boxers today come through without that. Really intriguing, this one. Crowd really enjoying it. Cheering on every little success for either boxer.
Oh.
That was good work from Nishiyama, because he looked ready to pull the trigger and just pulled back because it wasn't quite on, and waited till the opening was there and then just tagged him with that lead hand. And this has been a really good round from him.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Just out working, out hustling in this final round. But the Thailand fighter is still landing, so you do understand why he's getting a good share of the judges. But
he landed that body shot just as you said that.
Yeah, moving nicely out of range as well. He's a strong fighter. You can tell, you can tell he's high level also.
It's been a really good contest, this one. Final seconds then. Final opportunity to land those eye-catching shots. Just falling short with that double jab though, Nishiyama. So who will face the Brazilian or Mongolian fighter who are up next in tomorrow's final? Really interesting scorecards these for the first 2 rounds. Wonder how you've got it watching at home. All that matters though, of course, is the judges' perception. Let's get our official announcement shortly from our MC Craig Denholm.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 54. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a split decision in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the red corner, representing Japan, it's Shion Nishiyama.
Well, I think that was fully deserved, Luis. I thought he'd boxed really well in the first 2 rounds. Didn't get the nod from the judges, but the third, I thought he was excellent, and he had to be.
Yeah, I think we've got the right decision in the end. He must have picked. Well, he must have picked the three cards that he needed. Yes, he won that round, the 4-1 split, and most importantly, he got on the 3 that he needed. So yeah, I think it was the right decision in the end, even though it was very close and it was competitive. 3-2. Maybe that is correct, but I think the right winner, the right fighter got the win.
Yeah, really good performance, particularly in that 3rd round from Nishiyama, and managed to keep his composure and execute what he was being asked to do in order to get the nod needed from the judges. So he progresses through, and our second semi-final, we'll now get to see who he'll face from Mongolia and Brazil respectively in the second 63.5 kilo men's category semi-final. Mongolia and Brazil.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 55. It's a 63.5 kilo semi-final, and introducing your boxers. Firstly, making their way to the red corner, representing Mongolia, give it up for Enter Teshkagal.
Well, caused an upset yesterday, did the Mongolian Enter Teshkagal in beating GB's Cameron McKay, who's a highly skilled boxer, so a really good result for the Mongolian. I'm sure he'll take that confidence into this semi-final. Really good display from the Mongolian team. 10 strong, 6 men, 4 women at the tournament this week.
Representing Brazil, give it up for Breno de Carvalho.
22-year-old from Salvador, tends to prefer an energetic tight ring walk, up on his toes, the southpaw. He beat Germany's Dennis Brill yesterday. Had quite an unusual stance to begin the fight yesterday. He crouched right down in the corner before sprinting out to centre ring, which he used every inch of yesterday, but displayed excellent movement. So we'll see if Mongolia's
representing
Tekshigal
the
can
USA.
pin his man down.
Judge 5 representing the World Boxing, and your referee representing the Netherlands.
Yeah, I co-commentated on both of their bouts yesterday with Chris, and both in good bouts. So looking forward to this one.
I wonder if he'll do that crouch again. It was really unusual yesterday,
Find out
wasn't
now.
it?
There, he's doing
Here
it.
it is. Carvalho from Brazil in blue.
Round 1.
With that signature crouch, as if he's starting 100 metres almost, 100 metre sprint. Tekshigal from Mongolia in red. This will be a really intriguing one, I think, because they were both very impressive yesterday, Luis.
Yeah, both good performances. Brazilians always have that little bit extra flair about them. Quite hard to read, quite hard to be against, to box against. Mongolian looks strong and very athletic though.
Got a really unpredictable style, the Brazilian boxers, I think, and you know, most when you've done lots and lots of tournaments, there tends to be some things that, generally speaking, you come to expect from certain nations. And the Brazilians, it is like you say, that flair, but really difficult to predict. A bit like the way they play football, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And obviously, you probably have to compare those best to the Cubans, who are quite famous for having that flow, that relaxation, and having fun with it.
Good lead hand hook that just checked the chin of the Mongolian fighter in red. Good shot that from Carvalho. Tekshigal has him pinned back and able to get a couple of shots off as he backs Brazil's Carvalho up. Really, really good opening couple of minutes this, as we expected, and you just hope that the styles come together and that you get to see both boxers display their technical ability at the best. Those are the best fights, when you see the best of them, and I think we've seen a really good display of their skills here. Yeah,
definitely. It's a shame when two boxers don't gel, but I think these two are gelling quite well. So we're only less than 2 minutes into the first round, so it should be a good bout for us and everyone watching back home.
Quick on his feet, the little Brazilian.
Good feet, good hand speed as well.
Nipping in and out and varying those shots as well.
Frustrating the Mongolian at the moment. We're going big with the hook there, missing wildly.
He'll end up in Hull, that backhand, didn't he? The concentration etched on their faces. There's a little bit of a shuffle there from the Brazilian, but real total concentration and focus from both of them, because they can't risk giving an inch away here, because they know that they'll be punished for it, such as the speed. And he's enjoying that little shuffle, isn't he, Carvalho? Real little character he is.
It's hard to read it, you're almost thinking, what's he doing?
It puts you off your momentum, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You tend to see those tactics adopted more in the pro ranks, but sometimes you do get it in the amateurs. And real flair finish from the Brazilian to that opening round. Let's see how the judges have this one, because it'll be interesting to see. Well, they've all gone in favour of Carvalho, and you can see why, because it was flashy, yes, there was a bit of showmanship, yes, but he was effective as well. Yeah,
very effective, landing the more obvious scoring shots and doing it well, looking good doing it, having fun doing it. So it's more than just scoring shots all the time. It's about sort of ring craftsmanship and how you look like you're controlling the fight. It looks very hard to hit clean.
Very calm in the Brazilian corner, issuing plenty of instructions, but in a really calm manner.
Seconds out.
Just a different approach in the Mongolian corner, as the coach was just literally showing him what he wanted to do. Shadow boxing in thin air. Completely different, the approaches from coaches, of course, and different things work for different boxers. He's really trying to close the ring down here, isn't he, Tekshigal, and pin his man down. Easier said than done, as you see that little crouch and the shuffle put together. And And that again, it's something that has to come naturally, isn't it? You would never dare say that as a coach. I think what you should do in the opening second round is a little crouch and then a shuffle. Got to be natural way of expressing yourself. And
yeah, good shot landing there from the Mongolian though.
Yeah,
he has finally got to him. Looking to put that pressure on. Or gets caught with 3 lead hands there from the Brazilian though.
Really nice work, and the angle and the position that he throws those from as he's retreating is quite remarkable really, and he's walking straight onto it there, the Mongolian. Really well timed.
Oh,
it's a little bit messy. We're getting lots of impressive stuff on display here. Like, I just did that actually just to come back to commentary after the break, but nobody saw.
Then try that in the ring. Leave that one for home.
Anywhere. Well, they're certainly entertaining, these two. That's not in doubt. Back to the boxing now though. Ferocious exchanges. Really, really entertaining contest this one. Not just because of the flashy moves from both of them, but excellent technical boxing as well.
Nice hand defences there from the Brazilian, but good effort from the Mongolian. He's the one trying, he's the one forcing the pace at the moment. Oh,
it's a huge
big
shot
move
there as he makes sure, beats his chest, the Brazilian, makes sure he takes credit for that one. Now a little bit of a lap of honour. Got to stay focused though, as the Mongolian has found his way through with a few solid shots in this round, but you feel that flair from the Brazilian just working in his favour.
Yeah,
just bamboozling the Mongolian at times, isn't he? And understandably so.
Shot of the fight for the Brazilian is that lead lead right hook of his that lands most consistently.
Really good fighter, Tekshigall as well. And he's doing what you'd want him to do, isn't he? He's stepping to him, he's trying to cut the ring off, he's trying to launch an attack, but very, very difficult to do when you've got somebody practically doing river dance at times.
And very, very confident doing it.
Absolutely, real crowd pleaser. So, slightly different this time, 3-2 in favour of Cavallo. They could as well have been given Strictly Come Dancing scores here as well as boxing, because he's done a little bit of that as well.
He's certainly winning that one. Closer round, 3-2, but importantly for the Brazilian, 3-2 in his favour. So, you know, he's 2-0 up on 3 of the scorecard. So unless there's a big round from the Mongolian, it will be the Brazilian who should see himself through to the final.
A lot more animated in the corner this time, the Brazilian coach, and I guess for them it's finding that balance, isn't it? That if that's how he expresses himself, and he is, you know, successful, and he does have success through the way that he, you know, his style, that's great, but you can't let it affect your focus and get caught with shots.
That's the thing, you know, it's all good doing it, but if you're getting caught with shots, it's obviously not effective, so minimise it as much as possible. But, you know, he's got caught as we speak.
Referee not scoring that as a knockdown, saying the feet was tangled. We'll have to have the benefit of looking back at that at the conclusion of this one, but for now, seems to have really got the bit between his teeth now, the Mongolian, after that little bit of success, and really let his hands go there at close range and seeking to apply pressure on the Brazilian, but
Brazilian's doing well, you know, to
just ties him up.
Yeah, tie him up, waste a few seconds.
Also, it takes that little bit of momentum away, doesn't it? Good work from the Mongolian there, though, finding a way through, and another cracking backhand, which makes the Brazilian have to take a few steps back there, stumbling. Good work, and he really does have the bit between his teeth now. He can sense that he's finding a way through. He's having to take a few shots from the Brazilian in return as well, but really good this in the third round from Tekshigall in red. He's not allowed himself to get distracted at all, Taegukchi, Luiz, and I think that has been really impressive.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got frustrated at times, as we've just seen there, but he's stuck to his task and remained focused on his tactics, hasn't he?
Yeah, kept that discipline throughout the Mongolian. He's done really well.
He's just trying to shimmy as much upper body movement as he can, Taegukchi, but ships another couple of big shots from the Brazilian. He's got to make that movement count, Taegukchi. Definitely signs of frustration there.
Yeah, and wasting seconds, the effect of doing it. He needs to keep that pressure, he needs to keep punching the Mongolian.
That's a problem sometimes with being up on your toes, and the Brazilian doesn't have that textbook footwork, does he? He just sort of gets out the way.
Yeah.
However, if you can time it as Taegukchi has at times and catch him in that moment, he's no balance, has he?
Yeah, well, I think the knockdown, he was unfortunate not to give his Brazilian man a count there.
He's talking to him now. A few verbals from the Brazilian, just trying to frustrate Taegukchi, and he's really not allowed Taegukchi to get any rhythm. He had a really good opening few seconds at the start of this third round and was finding his way through, and Carvalho made sure that he didn't get to build on that, didn't he? And
yeah, a little bit of
just
afters
every
after the final
opportunity,
bell
every opportunity to take the momentum and the sting out of it, he did so, and didn't allow Taegukchi really to build upon that blistering start in this third round. There we go. I think we can't quite see the feet there on that replay, but it's the feet did get tangled,
but he did land.
He did land as well, so difficult call, that one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 55.
Both boxers raising their hands for this one.
Rounds of boxing. We go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside scored a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. And boxing out of the blue corner, representing Brazil, it's Breno de Colombo.
So a roar in celebration, and then more dance moves from the Brazilian, Breno de Carvalho. A real showman and entertainer, which some people will love, some people will think there might have been a bit much of it. Either way, regardless of how people view it, he's got himself into the final, where he'll face Japan's Nishiyama. That could be an absolutely cracking final tomorrow with these two, couldn't it?
Really exciting fight.
It's great when the draw happens that way and you get, eye-catching performances.
Well, I think that's the beauty of
on a collision course.
Yeah, amateur competitions though. You're getting high quality bouts every single day, because sometimes the best two will fight each other in the first round, but then inevitably in other weight categories they'll meet each other in the final. So each and every day you're getting top quality bouts. It's not like a professional card where you get the best fights at the top of the bill. This is consistently throughout the day. You're getting the day and the
others
days.
are very predictable. Yeah, top quality throughout the day. We've got two more contests for this morning's session as we move on to the men's 80 kilo category. So big hitters, and you'll notice a huge difference in the power in these bigger men. Korea and England up first in the first men's 80 kilo semi-final.
This is a men's 80 kilo semi-final. And introducing your boxers, firstly making their way to the red corner, representing Korea. Give it up for Min-sung Kim.
So they've had varying levels of success so far in today's semi-finals, the Korean team. one through to the final, and the other two semi-finalists unsuccessful. So Kim will be looking to even things out with a second Korean finalist through till tomorrow, but up against home favourite.
Ladies and gentlemen, making their
England
way
boxer.
to the blue corner, representing England. Give it up for Dimeji Shitu.
A big favourite, and also on home soil, and a good performance yesterday. The 22-year-old from Romford. Can he book his place in the final? So Korea against England. Korea's Min-Sung Kim in red, and England's Dimeji Shitu in blue.
Really impressive performance from Dimeji on Wednesday. Really impressed by his performance.
I know that Chris mentioned that his coach likened him to Tyson Fury's style.
Yeah. You can understand why. He actually lost the first round 3-2, got a point taken off the second, but dominated the second and the third, and yeah, won unanimous against a really good Chinese opponent. So it'd be good to see him go again today.
Tall and rangy, he's got those long legs and long levers. He's got good support behind him. Let's see if he can book his place in the men's 80 kilo final.
Round one.
Races out to centre ring and gets to work quickly, fires that jab off. Looking to assert himself early and establish that jab. And does so effectively as well. Really good work with that.
Lovely jab.
That jab. That's setting everything up, isn't it? He's mixed it up already. Sinking one into the body as well, making it really difficult for the Korean to get past those long levers already. Boxing really effectively at range.
Ooh, good shot.
Good shot for him, that, isn't it? Just stepping in.
Yeah,
bringing that back hip round, bringing that back foot in as he lets the backhand go.
Got such long levers, Dimeji. Really tricky to box against. And he's got a good work rate. He's really impressed with his work rate on Wednesday. Always stayed busy, always got something to think about, always sticking that jab in your face. You know, it's really hard to set anything up yourself offensively if you've always got something coming back at you. Korean's having a good go though. You know, his game is he's in front of Dimeji.
It's interesting with Kim because when he brings that backhand in, he brings his back foot round and he ends up square-footed. So
got to be careful getting caught on the way in.
He really has, and Shitu is good at getting those little shots off in the inside. They could catch him when he's square-footed. He'd catch him off balance because he does it every time. He just marauds in, doesn't he? And just comes square. Found himself almost in the southpaw stance there.
Oh, good shot from Dimeji there. Good backhand, long backhand, and again.
It was good timing for that as well because Kim was starting to really get into his flow, wasn't he? And having some success. That was good. Good timing from him.
Good 1-2 there again from Dimeji.
Despite those long levers, he's really effective with that little chipping backhand hook, isn't he, on the inside?
Yeah.
I noticed that on Wednesday and he's utilising it well here, but really the key to his success, of course, is making the most of those long levers and really difficult to close that distance.
Yeah, lovely shots.
It's nice work, wasn't it? Especially when he used his feet as well, just to And he got that jab off and then just took that little step back. Almost impossible for Kim to close that kind of gap. Really good first round, we think, on our view. How have the judges seen it? They agree, well, that's good.
That's what we like to see. Good start from Diomede. Can build on that now.
Seen some of that work now in that first round from Shitu. Lovely backhand there that you saw rock the head right back of Kim. What a great start for the Englishman.
Round 2.
1 foot in the final, 2 rounds to go. He's got to keep this up. Sets the tone from the off with a good work rate, but Kim won't be denied. He continues to launch himself forward. Really busy with that jab, Diomede Shitu, isn't he, as well, which is really effective.
Yeah, just busy in general, you know, always never letting his opponent set. And then wiry, you know, long wiry arms, they're really hard to box again. Really effective for him.
Nice little jab, just catching Kim as he came forward, and then follows it up with a backhand as well in that last exchange. Continues to impress just with the volume, being busy with that jab, but also those clean, eye-catching backhands that he's landing effectively as well. Really good work from Diomede Shitu in this round, but Kim continuing to come forward, just trying to find a way through. Really competitive.
Yeah, still competitive, still doing well with Korean, but Diomede's just landing the better shots more consistently, more often.
They don't appear to be massively powerful, either those shots, do they? Because Kim is sort of taking them and it's not really deterring him from coming forward at all.
Yeah. But
the main thing is that the landing, of course.
Yeah, I've done a bit of work with it with Diomede, and you know, there's power in those shots. Korean's just obviously, you know, a tough guy, continuing to walk forward, knowing he has to win this round also. So
he's got that sort of short, stocky build as well, hasn't he? So
yeah.
Some of these he is taking on the top of the head and then just absorbing them and continuing to come forward. Good contest this though.
Yeah, high energy. Good,
he's not got a chance to take a breather at all, Diomede Shitu, has he? I mean, he's constantly putting the pressure on. There's Kim, the man in red from Korea. Not giving him a second to rest on his laurels. Some good exchanges here, both of them having the successes.
Yeah, nice.
It's not been scrappy at all.
No,
and when you look at the physiques of these two, you could imagine that it could well be, but it's not been the case at all.
Both boxing well. Diomede again for me doing enough in that round to hopefully get, you know, all the judges' scorecards.
Let's see what the judges have to say. Well, really impressive, a 10-8 round there, in fact. The judge from the Netherlands. Clean sweep, so very much in the driving seat. Just 3 minutes away from securing his place in the final. Yeah. What a great outcome that would be for him on a home soil as well. And I think we really need to appreciate the opportunity for the, you know, these home fighters from the home nations to box on home soil, because you probably will have been exactly the same, that most boxers for GB never get to fight on home soil for year after year after year, and they've had it twice in 1 year now.
Yeah,
and
it's massive.
The World Championships in Liverpool, it's very, very rare that you get that opportunity.
great opportunities for the British boxers here. Boxing here, those who boxed in January, including myself, is really good, and obviously got a lot to look forward to next year, including the World Championships in Liverpool. So yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I was on the squad I've been on the squad for 6 or 7 years now, and it was only this January is the first time I boxed, on the home soil. So it's absolutely fantastic.
It's so nice for friends and family to be able to come down and support and not have to make a long trip somewhere or have to watch it remotely. It's a really good opportunity for the home nations boxers.
And it's a really nice venue as well. Really good venue, really good setup. And as I said, I remember boxing here in January. It's just a good setting. So it's very similar to that today.
It's excellent.
Yeah,
really good.
Demiji's nice and settled here. He's got good relaxation. Knows, he's 2-0 up. All he's got to do is just see this round out. And
this is smart. Smart
really
work
smart,
from him. He's not getting involved in anything he doesn't need to. Smart work from him. I think it has gone a couple of degrees cooler in here as well. I think somebody's probably paid attention to the fact that we're all practically in a sauna in here, and maybe opened a couple of doors or two, but certainly that'll benefit the boxers because it was really warm in here this morning. This is lovely work.
Yeah,
from Demiji.
Great flowing, movement. Good in his
Excellent.
feet.
This is a great display of how to box in the third round when you're already up and you've got a final tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not switching off, not taking anything for granted, just being smart, sharp, clean work. Really impressive. Again, continuing to be busy with that very dominant lead hand of his. Excellent performance this from Demiji Shitu, and each round is individual, isn't it?
Yeah, really good jab. Solid, long, hard jab to get past.
He's broken the spirit somewhat of Kim, hasn't he? And I think that power now he's been able to carry into the third round, and Kim started to feel it, and it's deterred him a little bit from coming forward as much as he was in the opening 2 rounds. Really good effort from Kim, continuing to keep coming forward, but Demiji Shitu, excellent, really impressive. Just catching Kim coming in as he pins him up against the ropes, but Shitu, even off the rope, still finding a way through with those long levers of his.
Yeah. First time he's found himself on the ropes, in a fight against someone who's been coming forward the whole time. Really impressive. So, yeah, done
it's like
well.
you were saying earlier about that ability to, use your movement, but just as soon as your back brushes those ropes, make sure you don't get caught there.
Yeah, get yourself round and get as close to the centre of the ring as you can.
I think we can safely say we have our first finalist on the list then, and that will be England's Demiji Shitu after a really comprehensive performance from him. We've got the other men's 80 kilo semi-final coming up next between Brazil and Japan, but let's get the official announcement for this one. My MC Craig Denholm.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 56 after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Where your officials at the ringside score a unanimous decision victory, all in favour of your winner. Boxing out of the blue corner, it's Demiji Shitu.
Really good performance, and hopefully for all of the home nations fighters that make it through to the finals today, they'll get really good support tomorrow, with it of course being a Saturday. Some people might be working today and might not have been able to make the journey here, particularly from the likes of Romford. It's quite a trek, but I'm sure he'll bring a decent support tomorrow. As we see on the judges' scorecards, a clean sweep for the Englishman and through to the final. So one more contest to go for this morning's session, and it's the other men's 80 kilo semi-final. We've just seen Demiji Shitu make his way through, and now we get to find out who he'll face. Brazil's De Souza Pereira or Japan's Wakaya.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is band number 57. It's a men's 80 kilo semi-final. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, making their way to the red corner, representing Brazil. Please give it up for Wanderlei de Souza Pereira.
Here we go then, as Brazil's Wanderlei de Souza Pereira makes his way to the ring for this semi-final in the men's 80 kilo category. Strong contingent for Brazil in these semi-finals so far this morning, with varying degrees of success.
Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to
3
the
Brazilians through to the
corner,
finals already.
representing Japan.
And we're about to add a 4th.
Please give it up for Guanxia.
Another very strong team though, of course, the Japanese team. Who've all put in really impressive performances and earned their places in the finals as well. 3 through to the finals already. So again, could be a 4th here, should Go Wakaya be victorious in this semi-final. Whoever makes it through, of course, will face the Englishman, Dimitri Shitu, who just booked his place in the final.
Judge 1
Brazil and Japan.
World Boxing. Judge 2 representing the USA. Judge 3 representing World Boxing. Judge 4 representing World Boxing. And Judge 5 representing Great Britain. Your referee representing Germany, Erich Drecker.
So the final contest of this morning's session then will conclude the men's 80 kilo semi-finals. We'll find out who will face England's Dimitri Shitu in tomorrow's final. We've got Brazil, represented in red, Wanderlei de Souza Pereira, and in blue, Japan's Go Wakaya, boxing out of the southpaw stance.
Yeah, another southpaw orthodox bout. See more of them nowadays, don't we, Stace?
Absolutely. It's really interesting how many more there are. There's got to be a reason behind that, but...
Saying to Chris yesterday, of the 20 light middleweights that qualified at Olympic Games,
there was loads of southpaws, weren't there?
11 of those,
Is that right?
You know, including myself,
a lot, but wow.
southpaws, so over half.
Wow.
These boys both look short and compact, but both look
I was just going to say, they've both got a very, I mean, in the bout prior, of course, Kim had more of this physique, and then Dimitri Shitu, of course, really long and rangy and tall. These two very similar in stature, and you would imagine it's going to make for a pretty explosive encounter.
Always really impressed with the Japanese kit, and their boots are always lovely boots. Mizuno, I believe the brand is.
Yeah, they're just really nice. Difficult to get hold of.
Yeah. You almost have to travel to Japan to get a pair.
They had really impressive equipment when we were preparing for the World Championships, which was in Jeju in Korea. We trained at the Japanese Olympic Centre, and they had all sorts of equipment we don't have here. Big, what's the best way I could describe them, like drying machines, for want of a better description, where they could put the gloves. It just dried them out overnight.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Very hygienic over in Japan.
yeah. The toilets were something else. I think we all spent the first 2 days just in there trying all the buttons. He must be well unimpressed with our setup here.
Yeah.
Good work here though. From both boxers actually, they both had their own degrees of success. Certainly living up to what we'd hoped, this one.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to score, you know, they're both, as you say, both having success, both shipping a few as well though. Brazilians switch now to southpaw, so 2 southpaws at the moment.
really enthusiastic support right behind us here, which is great to hear. Cheering every single success for their boxer.
Nice work from the Japanese there.
Really good.
Range.
Really good work. Just won't commit, Wakaya Willie, until he's really certain that that opening is there, and just gets clipped by Pereira with a solid lead hand and a nod of acknowledgement there as he makes his way back to his corner.
Yeah,
really intriguing opening round, that one.
Good round. I'm gonna go Japanese just.
Spot on.
We do know what we're talking about, don't we?
Well, you do. I can't take credit for that. 3-2 then in favour of Wakaya of Japan. Real energetic shadow boxing from his coach to show him exactly what he wants him to do. Full demonstration there. What did you like in the corner? You see all sorts, don't you? Those that are really active with the towel,
the towels, shaking
ice
legs
down the neck, they're lifting the legs up, putting them, all sorts of things.
I've always stood, to be honest. I've always stood in between rounds, and yeah, just nice, calm. 2 or 3 instructions. You know what you're doing well, what you could do better, and
Round 2.
just give me a little bit of water and give me time to breathe. That's about it for me. Good
So
backhand.
still all to play for in this one then. Really close after that first round. Difficult to separate them. Oh, really nice backhand from Wakaya, and those kind of shots can be the difference,
Yeah,
can't
definitely. 2 good backhands landed from the Japanese fighter. Yeah, again, he's really found his range with that backhand.
He's really starting to get his timing, isn't he? And Pereira's got to do something here. Needs to reply. Find a home for his backhand in response to those couple of excellent shots from Wakaya, much to the delight of the Japanese fans behind us.
A little bit scrappy on the inside, but when they're both competing in range, it's yeah, it's good to watch.
Again, adopts that wide stance, the Japanese fighter. His weight just slightly shifted to his back foot, isn't it? Ready to just propel himself forward. He's really economical as well. He doesn't really waste shots, does he?
No, no.
Takes his time, chooses his attacks very deliberately. Both just posturing, just trying to find those openings, just trying to trigger something in their opponent. Pereira falling short with that jab. Just got to be careful of falling short with that jab, because Wakaya could just punish him.
Yeah.
Come through with those counters. That did look like a little head clash there. Both come through unscathed, so back at it.
Backhand to the body there.
Really good to see that variety as well, and again takes the momentum from Pereira, who's just falling short, isn't he, with his shots. Like he just needs to take that tiny inch of a step forward. Because when Wakaya decides to let his shots go, he makes sure he's in range, doesn't he? He takes that little lunge forward. But Pereira just throwing from the stance he's in, he's just out of range. I really think the distance of the range is key in this one. They've all both got different attributes and technically sound in many ways, but using the range in terms of Wakaya just uses it so much more effectively, whereas Pereira's just falling short frequently, particularly with that that jab. Yep, all in favour of Wakaya in that round. What were you going to add to that, Luiz?
No, I was just going to say, you'd like to think the judges were seeing that in the scorecards, and they certainly have been. You know, a 5-0 round. It was still close and competitive, but the better backhands were landing, the better scoring shots were landing from the Japanese boxer, and you know he's 2-0 up on 3 of the scorecards there, so he can again negate himself around this last round to make sure he's fresh and healthy to go tomorrow in the final.
Got to adjust his feet, the Brazilian, because he's throwing from that static position and it's just too mobile, Wakaya, whereas Wakaya just out of range, but before he throws that shot just takes that little step with his front foot to bring him in range, and he's catching Pereira as we've just seen there, but a good backhand from Pereira in reply. He almost looks like he's waiting, Pereira, for Wakaya to come on to something. And when he doesn't come onto it, or when he's too quick in and out and he misses the opportunity, he's just caught in no man's land almost and falling short and having to just throw speculative shots.
Just light on his feet, isn't he, the Japanese? Pereira's definitely got the style, he can do it. It's just a little bit flat-footed at the moment.
He can't rely on Wakaya stepping in and catching him coming in. He's got to be able to initiate the attacks himself, particularly in this contest and particularly in this round. Behind on the cards, got it all to do. Can he find that big shot, that big telling shot to be the difference maker? Goes in pursuit of it, but again Wakaya just managing to get himself out of danger, relying on those quick feet. Lovely work in and out with the jab, that lead hand. Right hand jab from Wakaya. They're really enjoying this, the Japanese support behind us. Great enthusiasm. It's great to hear. I'm sure he can hear that in the ring as he just musters that last bit of energy for the final minute of this last round, and been a really competitive one, this.
Both just missing there with big shots, not landing clean. A little bit of foul play from the Brazilian there, hitting the back of the head. Nice to see the referee picking up there. Oh, I do feel like the lead up, or the backhand up, the left uppercut's on for the Japanese when Pereira comes in like that low. But again, no need to do anything that he's not comfortable with. He's winning the bout so far.
Well, there has been a cut there. We can see blood coming from the left-hand side of Wakaya's head. That may well have been from that clash a few moments ago. Won't concern him right now, though, as he just needs to see out these final seconds without risking any more cuts.
Oh, looks like a little bit of a messy one, that. It's good to see it's not obviously.
It's right on the side of his head, isn't it? It looks like, and there's quite a bit of blood coming from that. It should be something that they should be able to handle overnight, of course.
It's obviously not affecting his vision, but yeah, it looks a little bit messy.
Well, a roar from Wakaya in acknowledgement of a good performance from him.
Yeah, a good performance since, you know, a very good opponent in Brazilian.
Yeah, it looked like Pereira had a lot more to give, but just wasn't able to impose his style upon the Japanese fighter today.
Olympic quarterfinalist Pereira, so got good pedigree.
Bout number 57 after 3 rounds of boxing. We go to the scorecards. We are officials at ringside score unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the blue corner, it's Wakaya.
Huge cheers for Wakaya, Japanese fighter who's now booked his place in the men's 80 kilo final, where he'll face Englishman Demiji Shitu, who we saw earlier with a really impressive performance over Kim, the Korean boxer. So another final, very different styles that we can look forward to tomorrow.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this session of boxing. We're going to be returning at 5 p.m, so we've got about just under 2 hours, and we'll be back for the next session of semi-finals.
And as you can hear from our MC Craig Denholm, that does conclude the morning session. What a great morning of world-class Olympic-style boxing. 6 finalists in the first part and 6 in the second, so 12 finalists for tomorrow, and more to be decided later on. So we're back with you from 5 o'clock for more world-class boxing here at the World Boxing Cup Finals in Sheffield.